Here's an important disclaimer. The information provided in this video is for educational and informational purposes only. It does not constitute financial advice and should not be taken as such. Always do your own research or consult with a professional financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Hello everyone, and welcome to our new series on the ALCOR Exchange platform. ALCOR Exchange is a decentralized exchange, or DEX, with a self-managed order book. This allows projects to list and trade their tokens independently. The platform doesn't just provide automated market maker swaps, it also supports limit and market orders, yield-based liquidity pools, OTC trading, and even cross-chain bridge functions. In today's episode, we'll be focusing on the swap feature, specifically, swapping XUSDC into Cypher tokens. The Cypher tokens are part of the Cypher Gang project. And if you haven't heard of this NFT project before, or if you'd like to learn more about the Cypher token, I recommend checking out the video XPR Cypher Gang white paper breakdown. We'll start inside our WebAuth wallet, where we currently have around 52 XUSDC tokens available for swapping. Next, we'll head over to the Alcor website. As always, it's important to make sure you're on the official page, proton.alcor.exchange, and not on a fake lookalike site. First, we log in with our WebAuth wallet, exactly the same way you've seen in our other videos. Once logged in, we'll search for the Cypher token by typing its name into the search bar at the top. And here's an important information: always make sure you're selecting the correct tokens, and not ones with the same or similar names. To avoid choosing the wrong token, you need to check two things. First, the name of the token. Second, the name of the smart contract it was created with. Only the combination of both makes the token unique. Let's look at a few examples. SmartContract XTOKENs. Tokens created with this contract are the ones you'll find on the Metal X platform. So, if you want to swap or trade XBTC, make sure the smart contract is XTOKENs. There are multiple XBTC tokens on Alcor, but only one with the correct XTOKENs contract. Some contracts even have nearly identical names, so pay very close attention. Why would someone do that? Most likely because they hope someone won't look closely and will end up putting money into the wrong token. Smart contracts to mention. EOSIO.token, this is the contract for the XPR token. Loan.token is the smart contract for the loan protocol token. Token Create is the contract for all tokens created on the Bloxprod.io platform, which is also where the Cypher token was launched. We should also mention the Nutmeg token in this contract, which belongs to the Degenhooper's NFT project. SNIPcoins is the contract for the SNIPS token from the Snipverse platform. XPR Pussy DAO, which belongs to the Proton Pussycat project. And of course, there are plenty of others we could mention as well. So, to keep it simple, whenever we're trading Cypher tokens, always make sure the token contract combination is Cypher and Token Create. Now that we know exactly which token we're dealing with, let's start the swap. We click on Swap, and in the Sell section we select the XUSDC token. It's already pinned as a favorite, but of course you can also search and select it manually. Next, we choose the token we want to swap into, so in this case, the Cypher token. Again, we carefully check both the token name and the smart contract before selecting it. Then, we enter how many of our USDC tokens we want to swap. Here, we'll just use all of them. Now we can see how many Cypher tokens we'll receive after fees. Let's look at the details shown here. Rate: how many Cypher tokens you get for one USDC token. Expected output: the number of Cypher tokens you'll receive after fees are deducted. Price impact: this shows how the swap affects the token's price. Tokens with low liquidity in their pools will naturally have a higher impact compared to those with large liquidity. Scammers sometimes exploit this mechanic to advertise a token as a huge opportunity. They create a token, add only a small amount to a liquidity pool, and then make a swap that dramatically shifts the price upward due to the low liquidity. Then they promote the token as the next big thing. And as always, do your own research before investing in any token, no matter who is promoting it as the next big opportunity. Minimum received after slippage: the displayed rate isn't fixed, it can change due to market movements or low liquidity. A 10% slippage protects you from unexpectedly bad rates, especially with low liquidity or highly volatile tokens. If the actual rate falls below the minimum received, the swap won't go through. Multi-route, this shows the route used to convert USDC into Cypher. In our case, it first swaps USDC to XPR in one pool, and then XPR to Cypher in another. Each swap in a pool has its own fee, which means swapping directly from XPR to Cypher is cheaper than from USDC to Cypher. You could also manually swap your USDC into XPR first, either on Alcor or on Metal X, and then swap XPR into Cypher. Which path is cheapest depends on the situation, so you'll need to evaluate that case by case. Now that we've reviewed all the parameters, we're ready to proceed with the swap. As with all transactions, it has to be confirmed through our WebAuth wallet. Done, the swap is complete. If we now switch back to our WebAuth wallet, we can see the swap tokens, 327,117 Cypher tokens. That's it for today's swap tutorial. From here, you can simply hold the Cypher tokens in your wallet, stake them on the Bloxprod.io platform, or add them to liquidity pools. We'll be covering all of that in upcoming videos in this series. Until then, take care, and always double-check that both the token name and the smart contract match exactly what you want to trade. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if, when staking your XPR, you select my block producer, Bloxprod, as one of your 4 BPs. That helps me run the servers in the XPR network and also keep producing these videos for you. See you next time, your XPR block producer, Bloxprod.